Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Brother Marines. Brother Marines. Brother Marines. Brother Marah. We've returned again today on this day, today, the day that we've returned again. We've returned. Again. That's like this many. For not only a new page, a new cycle, a new adventure in the channel. We've done this before. It's gonna be AdeptiCon. Oh my god. Wow. 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 We're gonna do AdeptiCon. What are we doing? We're like watching it and like going, wow, to all the new toys and stuff. So AdeptiCon is this thing, I don't know, people, they want to see new toys. So the new toys are coming out, it's AdeptiCon, we're going to do it, AdeptiCon, we're going to be Adepticon Prime. I am Adepticon Prime. And then we're gonna do it. Let's get it done. That's what we're doing. AdeptiCon's gonna start in about an hour and a half, so I don't know, like I could just kind of talk to the chat for an hour and a half. Or we could like put on a game or something. I don't know, we could like totally stream snipe somebody. No, they said no. They said no. Don't do it anymore. No more streamception. Wasn't my decision. You know who to blame for no more streamception. Not me. So, hey Curry, we got Curry in the chat. Welcome to the stream, Curry. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. We're going to be checking out AdeptiCon. It's going to be starting in about an hour and a half from now. So, it's pretty much either we're just going to talk to each other. You can interact with me through the chat. And then I will interact with the chat through my voice. And then it will go on. An hour after dark before AdeptiCon. After AdeptiCon? Like, are we gonna both react to it at the same time? React to it together? After dark AdeptiCon. You can't just pull After Dark on me, AR. Where have you been? Where have you been? And now you're back from outer space. Got that goblin grin wide across your face. At work. Well, we can't do that then. We can't do After Dark while you're working. No double dipping. I'm sure your employer wouldn't appreciate going, wait a minute, weren't you working at this time? You kind of turn into Mr. Bean. Whoa. It's where you was, but am no longer. So let's see. We could just keep doing this. Why not? We could just kind of have it real casual, real casual hangout sort of thing. We could throw on some Dark Tide or something Warhammer related, something Warhammer themed. So it's really all hitting the right spots, right? We could do. Did I uninstall Dawn of War 2? I hope so. Is Space Marine 2 still installed? I don't know, maybe. Is Chaos Gate still installed? Yeah, but I'm probably not going to play it. So, I think that leaves our options open to it's just a chill hangout stream until we get to AdeptiCon, and then when we get to that point, we'll see where we are. So, I was looking at the AdeptiCon thing, and it showed, Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer Old World, and Warhammer Kill Team. So, like, I'm just kind of curious what you guys all think. What do you think we're going to be seeing tonight? So, if there's Warhammer 40,000, and there's no heresy, but there's Kill Team. I feel like it's possible we might not see Space Marines this evening. I feel like it's possible we might see 0 Space Marines this evening. That is the feeling that I'm getting here. 0 Space Marines. I don't know if anybody is feeling that as well, but I am seeing this as there is going to be this many Space Marines shown tonight. Votan. We got Curry saying Votan. What does AR think? What do you think? What about Age of Sigmar and Warhammer Old World and Kill Team? Are we going to see a Kill Team, a Votan Kill Team? Or are we going to see Votan and 40k? I don't know, I feel like right now they have their heart on for, like, some Mechanicus stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw, like, a Skitarii Kill Team in there, just out of nowhere. For Warhammer, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say for Warhammer. Because I don't even know Warhammer Old World. I don't even know it. I don't know, skeletons. Skeletons. They'll have shields and like a stick. And there'll be a skeleton. There'll be a skeleton. Alright. But I don't even know. Possibly. Because I don't really care. Probably Wood Elves and Beastmen. New G.I. Joe action figures. Okay, I like where AR is going with this. We need AR to feed more into the chat. Probably Wood Elves and Beastmen. Maybe a tiny peek at Cathay. Now, Davey, I'm going to need you to explain to me in the chat what all of those are. And we got 4 viewers right now. Could we get, like, 4 likes? Could we get 4 likes on the video, on the stream? I don't ask for much. I'm just asking for somebody to press the like button. More vampire counts. See, that'd be nice. See, I never really was into the vampire counts. Because it was always like Corset, Morticia Adams, and bat-faced Nosferatu Grandpa. Zombies, skeletons, bat people, and more zombies and skeletons. And a dragon that's a skeleton. Am I doing them dirty, or am I, like, literally describing vampire counts? Wish, but don't think there yet. Okay, well. So, what, Davey, what about 40k and Kill Team? What are we going to see in the 41st Millennium? 2 of the 4 options, 2 of the 4 things that they were showing. So they showed Warhammer 40k, Age of Sigmar, Warhammer Old World, and Warhammer Kill Team. So that's 1 set in Old Warhammer, 1 set in New Warhammer, 1 set in 40k, and the other 1 set in 40k in the mini game. Thunder Warriors. Thunder Warriors. Really. Thunder Warriors. Alright, Davey says there's going to be Thunder Warriors. Davey's been a pretty good source at things so far. So, I mean, if Davey's right, I mean, we can trust whatever Davey says. If he's wrong, his entire reputation is going to crumble before him. We're just going to see the rapid spiraling descent and decay of a man's name after he promised us Thunder Warriors. The Thunder Warriors. It's the Thunder Warriors, Slathe. That's right, Slathe. It's the Thunder Warriors. They're going to be here at this AdeptiCon. That's right. There's Davey. Alpha Legion stuff. Are they done with the Emperor's Children? That seemed like that was their new thing. That was their new toy. The Emperor's Children. They were doing Emperor's Children. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to even to say there. What is there even to say? What kind of backdrops do I have on this? Now I'm just kind of curious. I've got to have backdrops, right? I have a full... No, it's just backdrop. Oh. Isn't that amazing? So I can, like, pretend that I'm in my apartment. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wait, what's this? Look. I'm an astronomicon or whatever. I'm an astropath. I am a navigator from Black Fortress. I am Hawkman. No, this is just going to be goofy shit now. Let's see. What's this? Oh, I know what that is. Can't play that one. We can't play that one. No. Never. Not once. Not once can we do that. Not even once. It's not allowed. But I can have this wonderful, 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 wonderful backdrop that makes you think for a second that this is really just showing everything legit. But if that's the case, why would my chair be disappearing and the background be remaining? See, your brain didn't think it, but I did for you. That's what I provide to you. Thoughts, mind, information. Alright, so we've got like another like hour and a quarter until this thing starts, right? So what are we gonna do? Let's throw on a game or something. Let's throw on a game or something. And let's see what we can get to. What could we do for like an hour? Aw, man, why is there an update to Darktide? That totally makes me not want to play it now. There's an update to Darktide, which means I'm going to turn it on, and then it's going to lag out, and it's going to fuck off. Stupid Darktide and its stupid updates. Fucking Darktide. Thinks it's so good. Fucking Darktide. Alright, we'll play a game. I know what we'll play. We'll play this for an hour, we'll wait for this to start. There's only one option. And no, it's not Monkey Island. We already PB'd in the double dip PB today with the best time I've ever had playing Monkey Island. The best speed run I've ever had with Monkey Island 2 Special Edition ever. Out of all of them ever. The fastest ever. And it was in new graphics only %. So, that's right. Suck it, nerds. Secret lair. Wow, no way. Attack with 30 creatures. Play 40 lands. Cast 20 white or green spells. Oh wait, some of these are like already filled? That's kind of awkward. Do I have the... Is it this one? Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it. Need to kill some time somehow. What the fuck is that thing? Oh, this deck is terrible, isn't it? How does this work? Or is this... It's a creature of Nurgle. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to this bushwhack for now. Look at this kitty. Good kitty. It's like a force ghost of Tony. Okay. So we got 3 lands now. He's gonna discard loot. He's gonna discard the legendary creature, this guy, this, like, Vulpix-looking motherfucker right here. There we go. So I'll create a creature and get another land. If this is just killing time trying to finish those things, it looks like I never finished those, and those were sitting there like that for a while. Aw, damn. Okay. That's the difference between me and you, other guy. I'm not trying to win. I'm just trying to complete. Reveal a land and a creature. Okay. So like right now, all I'm trying to do is just cast spells and and play lands. Oh, can I not? I wasn't able to do it? Oh. Okay, I'll put that guy, get a land, do this, take a land, and this creature. Okay. It's a good move he's got there. Alright, so we're gonna play... Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Predatorooze. Bushwhack. Get rid of him. He just tried to damage on my indestructible guy. That was very foolish. Play this guy. Play an additional land. So that's not bad. I get to play it and then exile it and then play it later. Did he just put whenever it's dealt damage, destroy it on an indestructible creature? I'm wondering if he's still not quite caught on that my guy is indestructible. I'm kind of curious if this guy's still not figured out that Predator Ooze is indestructible. Or is he gonna have something that's gonna fuck me over with it? Redamage a target creature, okay. That gets revved up. You return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. That's interesting. I probably should have attacked with this. It's got vigilance. I might, like, why didn't I? Heist, opponent's a library. Fucking heist. What a cunt. Well, I think I've played enough spells and played enough land. Now I just need to, like, attack with a bunch of creatures in this one battle and get all those challenges done. Wow. Oh, it's a shame that you dealt me damage, but it didn't do dick all. What a shame. Really feel bad for the guy. Put a creature into your hand. Okay, he's got 1 mana left, though. Is he gonna get something that costs 1 mana? Are you going to attack, or do you have something that costs 1 mana? Your move, Yugi. What's that? Wait, what? What? Are you just timing out? Oh, he did have something that costs 1. Return target creature from your graveyard to... Nice. I gotta see what this guy's gotta have some strategy going on here. Okay, now I can play cards off the top of my deck. This might get disgusting here in a second. How many cards do I have left in my deck? I can't even see. 28 cards. And all my lands make make 3 times as much mana. And everything. And whenever I cast a creature, I get an extra creature. Like, this is gonna get disgusting in a second. What's this guy's got? Haste? Oh, okay, so he was really cheap. Nice. Okay, destroyed that guy. Return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. Now this creature better cost fucking 1. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna play this guy off the top of my deck. Then I'm gonna play this guy off the top of my deck. Then I'm gonna play those. Put. I'm gonna attack with my 513 indestructible ooze. Okay. This got good again. Destroy all creatures if evidence was collected. They're indestructible! There we go. Did I do all the challenges? Thanks for the GG, Curry. That was getting like comical at that point. I had a 500 and the next turn I could have kept doubling that a bunch of times. I had 19 mana, so 19 times 3 is like 60, and then divided by 5, right, is 12. So I could have doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled that guy's power 12, like around 12 times the next turn. And he was about 500, right? So what's 500 doubled? 1,000 doubled. 2,000 doubled. 4,000 doubled. 8,000 doubled. 16,000 doubled. 32,000 doubled. 64,000 doubled. 128,000, and then doubled that 256,000, 256,100,000, sorry. And then double that, so that's 5,000, 1,200 or whatever, and then, or 500,000, and then 1,000,000, 2,000,000. I could have gotten that guy to be a 2,000,000, 2,000,000 by next turn. The point when magic becomes Yu-Gi-Oh! I hit you with my 2,000,000, 2,000,000! Ah! Alright, play 40 lands. Well, that sounds boring. Oh, I got a pack. Let's see, let's open the pack. What do we got? We got something cool here? Oh, I think it's a mythic rare. So we have all these. What's this? The Last Ride. The Last Ride is -X, where X is your total life. Why is this? What is this for? I never understood the black decks where you sacrifice, where you, like, you keep your life total low. Never really worked out. If you know how to make this card broken, let me know. We'll make a Last Ride deck. So let's see. I need to get what, like a win, or like I could get a win. And then play 40 lands. Do I have, like, a good land deck? I guess, you know what that deck was? I can't say this deck isn't good. After I was just about to have a 2,000,000, 2,000,000. If somebody's not prepared for an indestructible creature, and they have only destroy and damage, which, usually destroy and damage isn't bad. It's cheap, it's usually like an instant. If it's red and black, it's usually really, really effective. But then if there's like that one thing that gets in the way, like an indestructible card, you're kind of in trouble. Nice. This isn't a bad opening hand. That was pretty good. Because now I can fetch 2 more lands. Do that, and then get another land. Fetch another land. Search for a card. Take a land. Attack. Let's see, if I got 750 from this, I would need 250 from this, and then I could get 3 packs. And then what's the golden pack status away from? Golden pack status, let's see, is 3 packs away. 3 packs away, so we got less than an hour until this thing starts, right? When does... Hold on, let's go over to Twitch, let's just double check. Okay, they're not started yet, so we're good. So we can play some of this until we're done. So I need to play some more lands and get 2 wins? 3 wins? 3 wins. I need to get 3 wins at least. Scary. It looks like one of my ex-girlfriends. Is he gonna block it with his other guy? Ideally, for me, he should block. If he blocks it with that 2/2, that would be perfect. Come on. Block it with that 2/2. Come on, do it. You want to. Oh, but the other one has ward. Pay 2 life? It would be worth it. Come on, please block with your 2/2. Okay. Play this guy. Play a land. Attack with Predator Ooze. I hope he's got like an exile target, or like target, like opponent must sacrifice target creature. Okay, good choice. Well, I can't do anything about it, so I'll take the hit. I'm pretty sure, didn't I, like, throw this deck together just out of whatever I had? That makes it even worse, doesn't it? Okay, I need to play one more land and get 2 more wins in the next, like, 40 minutes. And if this Adepticon thing, if it flies off early, if they go off the rails, and if they fucking lied, somebody let me know. Because, like, if I'm not keeping my eye on it every fucking second, you know, just let me know. Alright, what do we got? This is a not very good hand. Let's try it out. Hopefully I draw that guy that costs 2. You know, that might be good, because it would be playing a land, and then you search your deck and you put a land in play. So that would trigger the effect double. Okay. If I can get this out, and then, like, these... Okay, this might be... This might get savage. Okay, he's got a big boost now. Oh, holy shit. Okay. Very nice. Wait, what? Oh, this is trouble. Fucking blue. It's like that one card's blue. Fucking blue! Oh, it's ruining everything. What the fuck? Alright, well, lands played, for sure. Alright, so now it's gonna be a much clearer case of need to get... I gotta level up. Need to get 150 more gold, which I think is gonna be achievable from 2 wins. Right? So we got like half an hour to 45 minutes to get 2 wins in Magic cards. This is a very completable task. I don't like this hand, but I'm gonna take it out of stupidity. Blue. I'm already cautious of this bullshit. Motherfucker. Lost all his damn abilities. Oh, and he's got heist. Well, this already is nearly neglect. This is just abuse. Fucking blue decks. Alright. Well, I'll get my thing. There we go. Now I got my creature. Motherfuckers. Fucking blue. Zabooza, Zablooza. That guy's bullshit. Every time he deals combat damage. Like, that thing's fucking bullshit. And it's an uncommon. There we go. Hey, Davey. I'm gonna want to hold on to that bushwhack. Enchanted creature loses all his abilities. It's fucking blue. What are you hoping for later? I don't know, that it's not a waste of time. And not just something fucking stupid. That's pretty much it. Yeah, but this is bullshit with their fucking heist. I hate heist. Fucking heist. This is bullshit. I'm just GGing out of this. Fuck this. I hate playing against fucking blue shit like this. It just stops. It stops being fun. Where their thing is just the nope you don't tactic. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. That shit's just fucking, it's just fucking chintzy. Fuck that. And then the heist their deck, so you get to like search for what you want and take their best cards, and then you can play them for whatever you want, even if it was like every single color in the game. You could just use one color and you'd be fine. It's fucking bullshit. Let's see if I get that 2 costing guy in this hand. I'm gonna bushwhack, search for a land. Nerds are always playing this card game in the hobby store near me. Yeah, it sounds about right. It's for nerds! Well, fuck. What's going on here? Leads loads of them. It's insane. The age of the players, too. Oh, yeah, creepy. I'll play this guy. And then play another land. Okay, did some damage. This. Now I've got a thing, and then this. So now I'm gonna have an extra blocker. Then... Then I'm gonna bushwhack. This one. What the fuck is that? One less free if you control a desert. An opponent is going to you draw a card. Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm gonna play Predator Ooze. Then I'm gonna do this one and search for a land and search for a creature. Then I'm gonna play this land. So now I've got a blocker for his 6/5. Oh, motherfucker, he's got one of those. Random, do you think GW will actually do lore Alpha Legion? I don't know. What do you mean? Loyal Alpha Legion? I don't know, they could. Why not? They can do whatever they want. I think they're past that point in the story that they're telling with the game, though, so it's kind of like... It's like it's almost too late for that. Loyal types have shown up in some recent books. Oh. There, I just gained all that life back. And now I've got my 9-9. Ah, damn. Alright, I'm GGing out. I don't have time for this. We're both playing similar things, but he's got blue bullshit. And I don't got time for this, because we only got... Wait, what the fuck? Because we only got, like, a half an hour until this AdeptiCon thing starts, right? Alright. So we only got so much time. We can't be spending it playing it with that guy. Or wait a minute. I already have the fucking lands thing. I just need to get 2 wins. I suggest a new strategy. We're gonna win. You got like 15 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on when this thing, if they start this early. This could work. Let's see if I get, is there anything, if I get something that costs 2 next turn. No, I didn't. Okay, so this guy. Draw a card. Nice. Cat and mouse. Oh, they're investigating. I'm drawing a card. Mouse. Okay. If I can get... Ooh, this is gonna be tough. Mouse. And then I'm gonna play Brave Meadow Guard. And I'm going to attack. That guy thought he was being so clever. I'll multi-block it. Good. Good. You fell into my trap. Oh, and wow. Look at that. Destroy all creatures. That's brutal. So you got 1 mana left. What do you got? What do you got? Oh, okay. Returned a card. Sure. Play that. Play Roaming Throne for mouse, so it gets a huge bonus. Watch this just balloon. This is going pretty well. For me. Unless he's gonna turn this around. Damn. Gotcha, bitch! Destroy my creature, motherfucker! He hurts you if you do! Alright, need one more win. We'll get 3 packs. We'll wrap up Magic, and then we'll wait for AdeptiCon. I'll just take a quick peek over here. It's not started yet. So let's see, that's looking alright then. That's looking alright. It's Jazerm-to-ding. Well, this is a hand. This is an opening hand. Let's see how this works. Ooh, Nazi mole. Alright, now I just need to... The fuck is that? Oh, it's that guy. That guy got big creatures really fast, so I couldn't do anything about it. That's not what this deck does. This deck does other stuff. It does damage. It doesn't do big creatures. It does damage. A lot of damage. I mean, does it do quite 2 million with a single creature? No. No, it doesn't. Not much does. This might work. Wow, that's broken. Attack for 2. He's got a cat, like an undead cat. He's got a lot of those dolls, okay. Let's get roaming throne out for mouse. All their cards are gold. Is that because, like, do they all... Why is it gold? Equipped creature gets... Each non-land permanent you control is all colors. Okay, so that's kind of... That's... Lands you control are every... What's he doing? I was about to do a lot of damage anyway. Oh, we got a thing. What's this? Wow. Okay, so you're enough for... What, I didn't? I have to do one more? Motherfucker! I have to do one more? Fuck's sake. We got 20 minutes. How are we gonna do this in 20 minutes? Easy. We'll just do it. Might even be like 5 minutes. If this AdeptiCon thing fires off, let me know so I don't like I'm not like late. Let's watch this Adepticon thing. The deck import button will pull from what's currently copied. Yeah, you can like copy people's decks and this could work. Go eat a kit from the cafeteria from time to time, and there was a group playing Magic. Next turn, if I do this right, I should be able to attack for a lot of damage. If he doesn't get a creature... Or if he... Discard a card unless it... There we go. Death Touch. Not bad. There we go. This is looking good. Looking promising. There we go. I think we're just in time for starting that stream, or for catching their stream. And we're gonna get a gold pack and everything, so let's go. Go to the store, go get packs. Does it matter if do I want alchemy or do I want regular? I guess it wouldn't really matter. Fuck, we'll get alchemy, I guess. Alchemy. Okay, and then we get a golden pack, right? So we got some packs, we'll save the golden pack for last. I'll start with our Aether Drift Alchemy. Night Market. Add 1 mana of the chosen color. Choose a color and add a... That's an interesting one. All creature cards you own with mana value 2 or less perpetually get +1/+1. Seek a creature card with mana value 2 or less and put it into the battlefield. It's starting? The fuck are you talking about? No, it isn't. I have it up right here. What an asshole. Let's go... Next one. Let's even refresh the page. See, let's look. Nothing. It's lies. Alright. Land is entered tap. Got a one of those. Let's do another one of these. What's our card? Rootway Moose, Canada. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, seek a land card and put it into the battlefield. Okay. And then our golden pack, let's see. Start from the bottom right. We got Dark Star Augur. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. Ouch. We got Botanical Sanctum. It enters tapped unless you control 2 or fewer lands. Start your engines. Osier Pakpatik. Deepest Epoch. Legendary creature god. Whenever you cast an instant or spell from your hand, it gains rebound. When it dies, return it to the battlefield tapped, transformed as this.
Out of my way! Muscle it on a mission.
The furries are taking over! Salvation Engine. Other artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. When this vehicle attacks, return up to 1 target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's... what? That's brutal. And it's not like a legendary or anything. You could have 4 of those. You could have 4 of those. Crew 6 is a lot. But, there you go. There you go. We did it. We did it. We made it to the end. We made it to the end. We made it to the end. We did it. Now we just gotta get over to AdeptiCon and go see what we got here. Alright, so people were saying, so we're just kind of asking the chat, people are thinking there's going to be, what was it again? Votan, what was it? What were people talking, what were you guys talking about? You were saying there's going to be Votan, there's going to be, Alpha Legion, there's going to be, what else did you guys say that there was going to be? Vampire counts. Let's see, let's go through it's a creature of Nurgle, Curry says. There's going to be Nurgle, according to Curry. Wood Elves, Beastmen, Cathay, Vampire counts. Yeah, that's what you guys are all saying. That's what you're all telling me. So that's what we're gonna expect. Anything less of that, then we don't know. They're gonna add Gene Stealers into Old World. See, then I'd play. If it was the old Gene Stealers on the round bases, and they only came in 2 poses, and you could use those in Old World, I'd play. I'd play. It's starting while you say nothing? What the fuck are you talking about? This is it. This is the page right behind me. This is... What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Davey? Oh, great, we get an ad. Oh, look at that pizza. Pizza, we get an ad on our thing. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. What are people's thoughts in the chat? Domino's versus Pizza Hut. Go. Come on, chat. Domino's or Pizza Hut? What are we on the channel here? Are we Team Domino's, Team Pizza Hut, Team Papa John's, Team Little Caesars, Team Pizza? Depends the nation. Oh, something changed there. Something changed there. Is it going to start now? Oh, the music's getting all intense. Backgrounds, come on. What's going on here? It's like something out of Doom. Well, I guess we're gonna see in a few minutes, boys. What's the big deal? And then we're gonna ask ourselves, was this really worth it? And are these reveal streams, are they even worth it? What do I think we'll see? It said 40K, it said Age of Sigmar, it said Warhammer Old World, and it said Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team. So I'm expecting we're probably going to see some kind of bums that live in the waste. We're probably going to see some new bipedal creature or person with armor and weapons of the 41st millennium style. Then Old World's gonna come along, and they're gonna bring in something that's gonna be like, oh wow, that's really neat. Chaos. I think we're gonna see chaos. We're gonna see chaos tonight. I have visions of it. I can see it. We are going to be invaded by warriors of the Chaos Gods. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I should be a politician. That's right. My policies on people fucking off at times are unquestionable. That's what most people supported my whole campaign on. Was the fuck off campaign. So we still got like 2 minutes. Look at these guys. What are they saying? More sororitas. Death Guard already got their new character leak. When Emperor's Chidlern Ravella. Dawn of War 4 someday maybe. Give me more Blood Angels or give me your life. Hello there. Could you imagine if our chat was like this? No, instead it's just like this. You have no month and must scream types. That's right, Curry. Slathe, the politician, Marine. Hype train level 8. So there's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes and then it's rolling. That's what there was a countdown timer. 2 minutes. Right here. 2 minutes. We are in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. T minus 2 minutes and counting. So, we'll see what we got. And we're all gonna have to have a big think and a big question. Are these reveal streams, are they worth the hype? Are they worth the time? Why do you watch the reveal streams? What is the reward that we all receive here out of this? What exactly is that? Almost never worth watching? Well, thank you, Curry, for then showing up to mine. Thank you for showing up to my rendition, my watch together of this totally useless thing. Wow. All right. So the politician does the whole vague answer thing. Oh, wow. Most of those reveal streams are worse than the worst games and reveal streams. All right, we've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds, everyone. 30 seconds. Places. Oh.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Warhammer Live preview show coming to you from Nottingham. My name's Nick. This is Alex. We're really excited to be with you this evening. Al, we've got so much stuff to show people, right?
Yep, I'm incredibly excited. We've got stuff from Warhammer.
So much stuff. So, is this going to last an hour, or is this going to last 45
Great,
minutes?
That's all coming up very soon.
Put your guesses in the chat. Put your guesses in the chat. Is this going to be 45 minutes, or is this going to be a full hour?
You may have already seen some of the stuff we're about to show you already, but keep quiet for now. Great to have you here. But of course, there's folks all around the world. Please let us know in the chat where you are. And in fact, this evening we're helped out because we are live. You can ask us questions. We have Ed over in Question Corner. Ed, how are you doing? All right?
Good, thanks, Nick.
It's that guy. Look, he's got plushies all over his desk. To give him that authentic, I sit here with my Warhammer plushies at my computer. Look.
We'll try to get as many of those answers as we possibly can as the show goes on. Now, we have so much to show you this evening.
So much.
We're going to give you a quick glimpse right now.
This guy kind of looks like Valrak. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So I don't know what I'm looking for. Is everything going to be new?
That was very exciting.
There's lots of cool stuff there.
That was so exciting.
You've seen the sizzle reel. It's now time to jump straight into the old world with the Wood Elf realms.
Here we go.
Yeah, so the Wood Elves are the defenders of Athel Loren. It's a highly elite force, lots of cavalry, lots of archers.
Are they riding deer?
As well as their arcane journal, which contains all the lore.
And then there's like the ice version, the Alolan version on the other side.
Loads of fantastic stuff.
Yeah,
Davey was right.
On the tabletop, these guys are superb at shooting you off the table. Yeah, Alex is absolutely right. What he says there. We've also got the hero.
These guys look so much better than the High Elves.
Who's coming alongside the Wood Elves. This guy was a coward.
Not that guy.
He was a cowardly youth, however.
Not him, though. No. I would ignore what I just said.
And eventually went on to slay Morga the Corruptor.
The archers look cool. The like ninjas look cool.
Battle, Scaran the Eye Thief. There can be sent across the battlefield to peck the eyes out of your enemies, which is great fun. And of course, alongside the Arcane Journal, which is coming for the Wood Elves, just like it does for every other army. 48
old models from 5th, yeah.
With background rules.
There's gonna be some new figure in there, or like at some point. They keep melding it. They keep like hybrid surgering it. What the fuck is that thing?
Magic items, new units which you can take as well, conversions from other units that exist.
Are those hounds?
I'm super excited about the fact that beast packs are returning to the Wood Elf realms.
Are those hounds?
Units of deep wood hounds, forest cats, sylvan boars, and even a bear of Lauren. So you can have a bear running around you with
hounds.
Great.
I can get legit GW hounds.
The only things that are coming to the old world. We've got the Beastmen Brighthoods returning.
Yes.
So likewise, they've got a fantastic.
That's all I would want. That's all I want. I just want hounds. Hounds.
Absolutely right. Yeah, the Beastmen, of course, a wild force.
It's a shame there's only 2 of them though.
Super powerful. Lots of cheap.
So I just need those 2 hounds and then put them on Fenrisian wolf bases.
And there's a brand new miniature coming for them as well. We've seen this one before. This is Kralmor, Prophet of Ruin. Tell me about this guy. Who is
so the Beastmen love might makes right.
Old world models look good.
If you are mystical, magical, you tend to be given a bit of an easy ride. They love that. Kralmor is a prophet. He can.
This looks like it's a newer model.
To stay one step ahead
the cape gives it away.
Orion is currently
that's right, Davey. Like the cape gives it away. I think.
Leering spirit that he accompanies into battle can be
if you see like the
devolving magic at enemies from afar, which is quite
like how the
fun.
cape's not like a big chonk. It's like actually wrapping around, and yeah, that's definitely new.
We've just shown you a selection here. So don't expect just this. There's loads more coming as well. And of course, we've got.
You were right again, Davey. Beastmen.
Brayherds again.
Wood Elves and Beastmen.
Full of great
you were right twice.
You really do. We've got historical recreations of Kralmor taking.
What else did you say? You said the Thunder Warriors.
New magic.
You said Thunder Warriors, Davey.
As well. Look, if you're a Beastman fan.
At this point. Davey's been right 2 for 2. He's been right 2 for 2. Now we just got to see Thunder Warriors.
That people might not be expecting, right? Oh, let's take a look.
That's just a dream.
Grand Cathay is among the
Cathay.
oldest civilizations in the
Who
world.
said Cathay? Somebody said Cathay. Who said Cathay? Davey, did you say Cathay?
Under the watch of my
Davey is
father,
3 for 3 right now.
The celestial dragon.
This is beginning to get to a point.
Grand
This is
Cathay
beginning to get
stands
to a
as
point where we
bulwark
could
of
we
harmony
could see
against the
Thunder
forces
Warriors.
of darkness.
Those look like Thunder Warriors.
Now, as the hordes of
Those
chaos
look like
threaten
Thunder
to
Warriors,
reach our
Davey.
sacred battlements, this haven of order prepares for war. Upon the walls of the great bastion are mustered countless soldiers
With the plume on top and the helmet.
ingenious war machines.
Those don't
and
look like.
other more esoteric
Not so much,
defenders
at
who
least.
stand ready, determined to hold back the tide. Resolutely, I perform the duty bestowed on me by my divine father centuries ago. Through devout study of the twin powers of yin and yang, I master the elements and summon lightning from the heavens.
Is this supposed to mean much?
striking our foes and inspiring all those.
Do you think Games Workshop is trying to appeal to Chinese audiences?
I am the master of the storm winds and the supreme matriarch of Nangao. I am Miao Ying. I am the storm dragon. This is Grand Cathay, our eternal empire.
That is amazing. I
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow. What a
Amazing.
video, What a range. Let's talk
What a-
about
what a-
it. So
what a
Grand
range.
Cathay is
Yeah, let's
here,
talk
marching
about
into the
this.
Old world. Alex,
What is
Who
it?
are
It's the Red Alert
Cathay is
3
one of the
army.
early civilizations in the world of legend. They've stood as sort of an eternal bulwark against the evils of the world. a land
It's
of
Japan
cities,
in Red Alert
great
3.
mountains, and it's had a sort of internal stability and harmony. The other nations tend to be in a level of turmoil because it's ruled by dragons, namely the celestial dragon emperor himself. And
It's the Emperor.
having an immortal leader lends a bit of stability there.
that's what a great sort of idea and concept for a force, and it's a very different army to anything
For the
you might
Emperor.
see in Warhammer: The Old World. They are an elite army, heavily armed and heavily armored. Even the basic troops are super.
Come on, those look like
engines, terrifying
Thunder
monsters.
Warriors, Davey, don't they?
And we're going to go through a few of them now because
In that
the
picture?
battalion box set, which we see here, is what a great scope of miniatures we've got in front of us. And first and foremost, let's talk about the infantry. Alex, the Jade Warriors, who are they?
So the Jade Warriors are the well-equipped sort of core of a city's army. So they're known as the Jade Warriors because that stone is sort of sacred to the Dragon Emperor, and it's said to represent sort of the implacable nature of the Empire. They have
Something
polearms,
looks really
heavy
weird about
shields,
these. Are these
melee
new?
attack, but defense is where their strength truly lies.
These are new, right? Like, something looks really strange about these models. They don't look like old models.
Really cool thing to point out in this box set as well is that while you can build every single model with lots of different variation, one of the great varieties in the Jade Warriors that is every model you can choose a male or a female head as well. So you can have all your Jade Warriors can be female or male, up to you, which is really, really cool. But they're not just the only thing. They've got maybe the anvil of the army is the Jade Warriors, but let's talk about the Jade Lancers, the cavalry. These guys are special.
So yeah, if the Jade Warriors are the shield, these guys are the spear. They're the knights of the celestial host. They've been forged in battle and drawn from the most disciplined and skilled soldiers of the great cities.
Okay.
The wealthier cities can raise, multiple regiments of these guys, but most
Now it's like Last Samurai.
at least
Yo, yo.
they are able to charge and annihilate the enemy. They specialize in sort of getting through
they all look
narrow
the same? Yeah.
passageways and alleyways of the cities to counterattack.
They're absolutely devastating cavalry, Alex. On the charge, these guys can fight in an extra rank with their Cathayan Lancers, so that makes them super hitty. And also the Cathayan Cataphracts
What?
lets this unit follow up from combat and counters charging next turn, so that's going to go straight through units and into the next one. Are absolutely
Jade
devastating.
Lancers.
But if you don't want to get
I don't
too
like the
close to
big-
your opponent,
I don't like the
Jade
big
Lancers,
collar
you
around-
Fancy taking some of these artillery pieces as well.
looks-
Check these out, man. What we got?
So all along the Great Bastion, you've got rocket launchers and cannons of all sizes. The rocket launchers, the Fire Rain rocket battery, might be a little bit inaccurate, but they're incredibly deadly, launching explosives great distances. So this Fire Rain rocket battery is a portable version of the War Machine. It's crewed by disciples of the House of Smoke and Powder who specialize in the manufacturing of gunpowder. You'll notice gunpowder features very heavily with Grand Cathay. So many cannon also exist, but the foremost is the Cathayan Great Cannon. Many of these are forged in Nangao, and they've got that wonderful dragon head shaped on the front. And one of my favorite.
I could see somebody using that and that dragon head, and then like putting it on top of a tank.
It is actually an upgrade
For their-
for the artillery piece. In terms
I don't know,
of
they're
rules.
China
It
Marines.
helps, protect your artillery piece with gunpowder bombs. You can help the cannon move faster by lugging it along, and also it can allow it to shoot once per game in one phase, which is pretty impressive as you load it super fast. The Grand Cannon you see here does such devastating damage. It has thunderous impact on its shots, slowing down enemy
Wow,
units
thunderous
where the
impact.
shot landed. And the
Titan
Fire
head.
rocket battery can choose a multiple different types of ammunition, depending on whether it's going for big targets or for big units.
Nipple cannons
My favorite detail
on a Stompa.
Check out the guy at the back with the sort of the bamboo rocket who's smoking a pipe right next to the rocket.
That's brave.
What a hero. What a hero. Love this stuff. But that's the models that we've seen in the battalion. We've also got some other stuff as well. This is the Sky Lantern. Tell me about these.
Yes, so this is a beautiful centerpiece miniature. It's an intricately decorated construction of paper and silk and held aloft by a caged vermilion warbird, which basically has burning wings.
The fuck is this?
Up into it to give it lift. The crew then sit in an armoured gondola and they're able to direct it using those sails on the side. It's a wonder of Cathayan ingenuity. If you had the Derby up on one side and Grand Cathay on the other, you'd be hard-pressed to see who's the best engineers.
What the
Now, you
fuck
can
is
see on
that?
gondola, you've got a Lord Magistrate or Strategist, and these are the commanders of cities and the institutions of Grand Cathay. And they tend to lead from the back, and they can guide from the Sky Lantern using fans and banners.
This is great. The magistrate you see there is a hero choice for the force, and you can choose to mount him in a Sky Lantern if you want to. He can be on foot if you want to as well, or you can take your Sky Lantern without one of those inside if you want to as well. It's a huge, rare, heavy chariot basically on a new base size, which is quite cool. And you can equip the gunners on board with an array of gunpowder weapons and bombs, including the actual lantern itself has those huge Sky Lantern bombs underneath it, which are absolutely devastating.
I'm at a lack for
One of my
words.
favourite rules about this thing is the Eye of the Dragon rule, which lets Cathayan artillery use this model's line of sight, so the crew on board are
It's a
directed
lantern with an
by the
ashtray
weapon.
connected to
Which is
it,
fantastic.
and a couple hand fans with some Warhammer models in the ashtray.
Transfers. You'll have seen on all the banners these wonderful
It's a fucking-
intricate symbols, and as well there on
It's
the
a
Sky
fucking
Lantern,
lantern with an ashtray
Good. You don't
with a
have to be able to
fucking
force
fan
sorcerer
and some
to,
Warhammer
to
things
complete
into it,
that,
and you
those
stuck some of like your
with the
cat
Cathayan
necklaces
flair.
on
That's not
there
the
or
only
something.
centerpiece model we've got, of course. Up next, we've got the Cathayan Sentinels. This is just, look at the size of this thing, Alex. Tell me more.
These are great animated statues, and if legend is to be believed, they were all built by the Dragon Emperor himself many thousands of years ago to combat chaos. Now, the terracotta sentinels are crafted from magically charged red earth, and they tend to be found along the Great Bastion itself. However, sentinels can be found across Grand Cathay, anywhere. They're made of various stones, so like granite sentinels watch over Sky Pass in the Mountains of Morn, obsidian sentinels defend the border against the blood nagas of Koresh, and warpstone sentinels formed from clay infused with warpstone dust.
The blood
over
what?
the desert roads in the Warpstone Desert.
I'll tell you what's really cool as well, depending on which one you go for and how you paint your miniature, they actually get different rules in the game as well. So the terracotta sentinel can regenerate, while the granite sentinel might have a better armor save, and the warpstone sentinel...
Davey, I don't know
going
if I'm allowed to
sort
say
of
that.
really badly, affects the nearby enemy troops, decreasing their toughness, which is really horrible. These things are huge, rare behemoths, and they are just great fun. And you definitely want to have one in your force. But let's have a look at another centerpiece model here.
I think people would
Gain
use
the
that
Lord
for
of the
Eldar
Great
as a new
Spirit.
avatar
Yeah,
model.
these guys tend to be the descendants of the Celestial Dragon. Or
They would
Dragon
convert
Blooded.
it and turn it
They're
into an
natural
avatar of
sorcerers,
Cain.
just as skilled at wielding the elemental winds as they are with a blade. They're gifted with weapons and armor from the forges of Wei Jin, and they fight from the front. These guys are no slouches in combat.
Absolutely not, and they're basically warrior wizards. So these models can either be a hero or a lord choice, and depending on which one you go for, it could be a level 1 wizard or a level
Kingdoms.
2 wizard, and those can all be increased. So you could have a level 4 Shigengan lord if you wanted to. All flying
What?
around in this beautifully
Kingdoms of
sculpted
LND?
long
I don't know what that
line
means.
just a wonderful sort of both warrior and wizard general to lead your force, and a stunning centerpiece model too.
Wow.
But other choices for your heroes include the gate masters of the celestial cities.
So these are the leaders of the Jade Warriors. They've earned their position through skill and experience, and they must have served for at least a decade. And they're the masters of defensive warfare and discipline.
Absolutely right. They're battle-hardened veteran leaders for your forces. Again, they could be heroes or or lords. You get 2 in the box, enough to make a fighters if you want to, including all the bits to make a battle standard bearer. And you can thank the Dragon Emperor for the fact that that is a transfer there.
This
So he doesn't
segment
have
has
to
just
handpick that
has gone
himself.
on for how
These
long
guys are
now?
wonderful leaders to have in your force to direct your.
Has it just been this
Of
last
course,
segment for the last
alongside
like
this,
12
we are gonna
minutes?
See the Grand Cathay Arcane Journal as well.
Indeed, so this has got the history of Grand Cathay, the Celestial Dragon Emperor, including lots of little bits of information that you might not know, such as that it was the Dragon Emperor who shared gunpowder with the Sky Titans, and a long and storied friendship with Nehekara, until events that we will not mention. It's got the philosophy of Grand Cathay, the armies, the formation of the Great Warpstone Desert, the trade, exploration. There's a bit of a focus on the armies of Nan Gao here, and that's the anchor at the western end of the Great Bastion. It's also got a lot on the Feng
No,
Shui
they're offspring
sorcery,
from the
which sees
dragons,
winds of
Cathay
magic split
dragons, by
into
the way,
two,
Slathe. That's
yin
the lore
and
that
yang. Yang
they're
mages
like
study control of the
dragon-blooded
winds of magic,
humans.
producing bright and vibrant spells, whilst yin is darker and more dangerous.
Both new magic lords, which you can take for your wizards inside the Arcane Journal as well. This Arcane Journal is a bit unusual. It's not maybe like the other Arcane Journals we've seen, as it's more of a sort of standard army list. So much like you'd see in the Forces of Fantasy or the Ravening Hordes books. But every single model that's coming alongside will have their full rules in here, full special rules for the army, unique weapons, magic items, everything you need to field your Grand Cathay army in a game of Warhammer the Old World is in this book. So if you're going to collect an army, you need to get yourself a copy of this book as well.
Yes.
But that's not the only thing. We've got one more thing to show you from this army. Take a look at this. Oh, Alex, who is this?
This is Miao Ying, the commander of the armies of the Great Bastion, ruler of Northern Cathay from her seat of power in Nangao. So for centuries, she's fought against the servants of the Dark Gods, hobgoblins, barbarians, you name it. She was assigned to her position by the Celestial Dragon himself, and is often considered the favourite amongst her siblings due to the power she wields and duties she bears. And she's somewhat aware of it. She's forever dealing with the Lords of Nangao. because
Did they
even when you are a dragon,
did they just
politics
describe
between
a
never
Mary
ever
Sue
occurred.
dragon
Now, I think
character?
Mao Ying's,
Did they
metaphor
just
is as a
list off
dragon,
this
and
character's
sometimes you
attributes
can transport
as
elements into
they're the
different
best at
things,
everything and
including
everybody
dragons,
loves
outside
them?
which is, what's important as well, I mean, look at
Here
that
she
beautiful
is,
image, isn't it?
Mary
It's important to
Sue
say as
the
well,
dragon.
That model we've just seen, the dragon, Mao Ying here, and all the models we've seen in this entire range are all plastic.
That's their
Which is
mom.
fantastic news. So it's going to be much easier to make your miniatures.
Red Alert 3.
Is a powerful
There's the
wizard,
there's the
she can
psychic
transform herself into a dragon,
Japanese
so human
schoolgirl
whenever she
character.
wants to. And she's
That's the psychic Japanese schoolgirl character. Red Alert 3. They're the Red Alert 3 army. They're the Red Alert 3 army.
As well.
They're the Empire of the Rising Sun.
That whole collection is just incredible.
The intricacy, the detail, it is beautiful.
Yeah, there we go. That is Grand Cathay coming soon for Warhammer the Old World. A very exciting release. And yeah, you guys weren't sure if we're going to show you everything. We just have. So there we go. Exciting stuff. We've got a bit of time now to go over to Question Corner. Ed, what's the chat talking about at the
Wait,
moment?
are they
Well, first off, I
done?
would like to shout out a few of the locations people talked about earlier. We've got
Are they
people from
done?
all over the UK, loads of states being listed across the US and Canada, Paris, Australia, Norway, all over the world. It's fantastic. I do have some old world related questions that I've got to though. How much
What's
of the
that?
release is in resin?
How much of the release is in resin?
Well, everything we've just seen is plastic.
Yep.
There we go.
Wow.
That's
Everything's
it.
plastic.
If there's other models coming in the future that we haven't seen, we don't
That's
know
it?
about at the moment. We don't know. But
That's
everything
it?
we've just seen is entirely plastic. Multi-part miniatures, loads of different options you can put on your miniatures. So there we go. How cool's that, right?
That's
pretty
it?
cool.
Next up, are those terracotta models the biggest models in Old World?
Did I miss something?
I don't know.
They might be.
They might be.
The Sky Lantern is
Didn't it say
Yeah, the Sky
40k,
Lantern's really tall.
Kill Team,
That's
Age
why
of
it's on a brand new
Sigmar,
basis,
and
then on a
Warhammer
running
Fantasy?
and then that balloon
And they
on top of
showed
it. So at least
Old
height-wise,
World,
I think the Sky Lantern takes
and they
In
showed
fact, this answers my next question, which was, is the Sky Lantern attachment space purely from the plastic parts? No, it's got the
more
spikes
Old
there.
World.
Okay, final question then.
And they showed
Who
Old
are
World.
Cathay's biggest rivals in the Old World?
Ooh, they don't have a rival.
You know,
Arguably, they're amongst the oldest and most powerful kingdoms in the Old World.
but they particularly hate the forces of chaos.
Oh,
right?
they absolutely loathe chaos.
Okay. So if you wanted to have if there was a rival, if there was someone that stood up anywhere near to the forces of the Cathay, it would be the Warriors of Chaos.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right, cool. Anything else, Ed? Any more in the chat for now?
Lots of questions I think might get answered later on as we go on. Actually.
Fair enough. In that case, we'll move on to the next segment of our show, and it's time to move on from the old world and take a look at what's going on in Kill Team.
So we're going on to Kill Team. Volcus Tremblus. Underhive tectonics unstable. Send update. That's what didn't I say it? I said it was going to be a Skitarii kill team. I said it was going to be like Mechanicus kill team. Tyrannid kill team. That's right.
Here
It was in the trailer, that counts.
Typhon is the next release coming for
That counts.
Kill Team, and
It was in the
extremely
trailer.
Exciting. We have got a big box here
Skitarii
with loads of miniatures
versus
and
Tyrannids.
the much asked for, much waited for Tyrannid specific kill team is here in the form of the Raveners. First of all, before we go any further, very
Wait, didn't I
quickly,
also say a
perhaps where it's happened
Tyrannid kill team? Why
So,
not?
We are still on Volcus. We're in High Basilicus, the Great.
I think I exactly said Mechanicus and Tyrannids, didn't I?
One of the things that sometimes happens is
Oh man, was that me? Oh, sorry guys, I didn't mean to. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow that all over your stream. Sorry, sorry guys.
Mechanicus send out these teams of sacrificial servitors to go and find some of the archaeological bits that are hidden down there. But when they've done so, they've awoken some Raveners.
Oh dear, you don't want to wake Raveners. That's the worst thing to do. Because in this box we have the new
What's
Raveners kill
wrong with
team.
that?
5 miniatures in the Raveners kill team. You'll also notice there are some Hormigants in the background here too, but we'll talk about the Hormigants in just a second. But the Raveners kill team is 5 models. And
The hell, they've got weird horns and
there's quite
stuff.
Different versions here. You could make them.
They look like
Ravener
demons.
warriors if you wanted to, as you see in 40k. But you can also make a prime, as much as other things we're going to go over in a second. Alex, Raveners are powerful and terrifying, right?
Indeed, they're powerful.
What the
live-driven
fuck?
and all-consuming hunger. Reports say that sometimes they can be deposited on a planet. They burrow through rockcrete armor, flesh.
Why does it
all
have
the
a
same
fin?
bodies, and they can basically hide out for years, if not decades. And that seems to be what's happened here on Volcus. As you mentioned, these can be built into several different sub-varieties. So you've got the Prime, who's a nodal hub for the brood and coordinates the rest of them. The Feltalon, with claws that pump toxins that can then be tracked. The Venom Spitter that, as you can probably guess, spits venom.
Makes sense, yeah.
The Wrecker, which is a heavily muscled armoured version which can break through into bunkers. My favourite, the Tremor Scythe. It's got a hypersensory array to detect vibrations and chemical signatures like fear. And as you said, the rest can be warriors.
Now, if you've ever played Space Marine 2, you'll have come across the Raveners in there, and they
yes.
burrow through the ground.
I don't know. I don't
So
know.
difficult to deal with. And that
I like
comes
the
through
Fell
because as well,
Talon,
They actually have a rule.
but
where
I
you
don't
draw
think
a
I like
force
any
and
of
the
the
game
rest of
continues,
these.
And your warriors and your
Yeah, they're
Raveners can
weird
just
and different
pop
and
in
new
or
and
pop out of that
strange, and I
power
don't
as the
like
game
change.
Continues, really confusing your foes. If I tell Kill Team players these guys have an APL of 3 apiece.
These are
that
weird
makes
looking
them super
Raveners.
Good, and they can
That
all
one
fight
almost looks
twice
more
in
like a
activation,
Carnifex, the
which
one on
is
the top on the right.
terrifying too. Yeah,
The
absolutely
Wrecker looks more like a
monstrous foes.
Carnifex.
I think 5 models is one of the smallest kill teams, but they are tough. They are real big and tough. Lots of wounds, lots of APL. Be terrified. Maybe not quite as terrifying, but pretty cool as well. The Battle Clade coming alongside them in the box set. These are an Adeptus Mechanicus kill team, and someone in the chat earlier on said, "I'd give my soul for an Adeptus Mechanicus kill team." We're going to send Slathe knocking on your door anytime soon. But Alex, tell us about.
You know, I'd
These
kind
are
of want to get
techno-archaeologists who specialise in
because
hunting
these would
down
be a
primary
nice
and
replacement to all.
sources.
These would be a nice
Alongside them, they've got the servitor
set
undersea,
of
that's the
servitors
seems to be
for the
floating
chapter.
there. Basically, these guys specialise in reprogramming and controlling servitors.
These would be a good
translating
addition to the
emissions
chapter.
complex subroutines
All of this. The
and
chapter needs all of
charges.
this.
But they can
We
be
need one of
difficult
these
to
guys
pick up the acquisition of more servitors.
from Chaos
If you
Gate.
happen to have one of these guys float by, be careful they don't steal them. So alongside them, you've got a whole host of various servitors. You
We
can
need
have
servitors.
servitors with servo stabilizers, and even technomedics, which is a rare willingness to heal the fleshy parts of servitors, because you are on a mission far from the forge. sometimes needs must.
Needs must, right? Absolutely right. What's quite cool on the tabletop,
Technomedic.
these guys have a rule called the Noospheric Network, where they can transfer power from one server to another. One maybe shuts down and transferring as an APL over to another one, which is really good fun. Different services have different rules. We've got the Breacher services, you can knock holes through walls, and the gun services and combat services carry a huge array of exotic weaponry, including a heavy arc rifle, incendiary igniters, and phosphor blasters, which all sound terrifying. Great fun. Now, coming alongside those two kill teams in the box is the dossier, of course, which is where you would find the full rules for both the kill teams, but also has really loads of extra stuff in there as well. You see all the tokens and things, the cards that come in the box. Inside the dossier, you'll find the joint ops and
that
adversary
kill
ops
team would
mission
make a
pack in here
fine
as well.
addition to the
The joint ops
chapter.
is really good fun. That's
I
where
need
the
a fresh
Hornets and the Rippers
a
can
fresh
get in the
batch
box that
of
come into play
nice
as
looking
well, because
servitors.
there is a trade
I'd get like a
campaign
tech
flowing
priest
through the
and
narrative
like
of the
a
Tyranid invasion
tech
on High
magos
Pacific,
looking character.
and the Hormigans are your
Both of
NPOs,
these things would be
non-player
crucial.
operatives
The
that you get in
chapter
there,
needs
with full
these.
data cards and rules
The
and
Bloodhounds
fight
chapter needs
against with
these.
your friends,
Not
which is
these.
quite good fun. But also in the box, people have noticed, we showed off on Warhammer Community a little while ago, the Tyranid Infestation Terrain Kill Zone upgrades. Tell me what we've got here.
So you get spore chimneys, capillary towers, gestation sacks, shards, spewer growths, underbrood mounds, capillary roots, spore vents, and brood nests. There's a lot. Chimneys and vents pump out spores. Capillary towers act as conduits, so when a high fleet arrives, that's where they're basically going to get all the biomatter up.
So
from. And gestation sacks.
this one doesn't come with like models or
It's
something.
such great
Or
terrain.
do
and a
these
really nice
usually come
way
with
of
terrain like
really
this?
Adding a lot of flavour to your kill zone.
Oh, look, there's that thing.
And in standard games, they provide light cover or heavy cover, as you might expect. But actually, in the joint op missions, they're also used as objective markers for you to investigate or destroy, or spawn points for Tyranid reinforcements to come out.
Spawn
which
points.
is terrifying as well. It's just a beautiful set of terrain, and it's really nice to see some sort of classic Tyranid terrain from yesteryear made into a plastic set for your battlefield as well. Tyranid players all over the place, you want to get your claws on these. So there we go. That is Kill Team
true.
Typhon coming very soon. Got a little bit of time for some questions again from the chat. Ed, anything else we want to fire our way?
Well, obviously, the big one is for both kill teams, are we going to see rules for them in 40k?
So right now, of course, we do have rules for Raveners in the Tyranid Codex already.
We need somebody to start asking about Thunder Warriors in the chat.
Both kill teams in their entirety.
We need somebody to start
Well,
asking about Thunder
not sure
Warriors in their
yet, but
chat
keep your
for
eyes on
Davey.
One Community, and there may well be more news coming on those soon. Yeah, watch One Community for that one, I reckon. Anything else, Ed?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of questions about the Imperial Knights Codex and Chaos Knights Codex. Just keep watching. Obviously, when we get to 40k, we'll cover those. Is this part of a High Fleet Typhon offensive in the lore?
Ooh, so as I mentioned before, basically the Raveners can be deposited on a planet well ahead of the High Fleet and can stay there for years, if not decades. So it could be a precursor to an invasion, but it also might have been, a little offshoot. So we don't yet know.
Fingers crossed.
We
it's
don't
not a full
know.
invasion there, right? For the sake of the Imperium.
Fingers crossed.
That was some good made up
On your side,
bullshit.
sir.
That was some
Anything
good
else,
made
Ed,
up
you want to-
bullshit.
Yeah, final thing about just, obviously, we've not had Raveners for quite some time. In terms of build options, are we able to see just, a full unit of normal Raveners? Is there an ability to build multiple of each one? Basically, what we're going to do with that kit.
So basically, the kit you can build, you could build all 5 Raveners as a Ravener Warrior, which is essentially the Ravener you can see in a sort of Ravener squad in a Warhammer 40,000 game. There's also full rules for Ravener Warriors in Kill Team 2, so if you wanted to build 5 Ravener Warriors, you could use that as your kill team, no probs at all. As for the other options, you get the enough bits to build 1 of each, so 1 Prime, 1 Wrecker, 1... I forgot the names of the other ones. 1 of each of the other ones you can build there as well, so not multiples of those. All right.
That's everything for now.
Excellent. In that case, it's time to move on now. What we got next?
Not multiples of them for now, until they start releasing them in boxes of 3.
Action-packed battles in Shaiish, the realm of death, with the new Warhammer Age of Sigmar Spearhead gaming pack, Sand and Bone.
Wait, what?
Lead your forces to victory in fun, fast-paced games using streamlined rules. Each Spearhead box contains all the miniatures you need to take command of a balanced and thematic army, with rules and updates available to download for free online. Obliterate your foes from a distance, impose a grisly tithe on them, devour them whole through gluttony, or shred them with cold-blooded savagery. The choice is yours with 4 new Spearheads. March forth into the realm of death and prepare for battle with Spearhead, Sand and Bone.
I like how they made that as like an advertisement for people who don't know
Very
anything about
exciting.
it.
So this
Anybody
is
who knows stuff
Spearhead
about it is not
Sand
gonna.
and Bone.
They don't want to hear the
This is basically
details.
the new expansion for Spearhead with a whole load of
That sounds like they did that so that way people who have no idea, like,
areas
wow,
of
this sounds great.
Double death.
Let's try this Warhammer
You've
thing.
got Ossia and Delorum. Basically, you've got two sides of that board with a
Wow.
whole set of scenery. Now, I notice here we've got the Necropolis, Blood, Delusion, Grief, and Night, the 5
Wow,
archetypes that we
it's-
know of. And
it's
they
a
basically
board?
reflect, sites of ancient power, dread temples to those Mortarks, but they're not set out in the same way that we've
It's
seen
on
before.
like
No,
a
you're right.
board.
There's a nice little variation between the Fire and Jade, the previous games as well, to give you really good variation on your games depending on which realm you fight in. You'll also notice that on this board in front of us, the green one here, you've got one huge objective in the middle with the other 4 smaller ones around it, which makes that central one super important.
They already
to play
released
there.
that
And if
terrain
you look on the
before.
top left of the purple board there, that one's only got 4 objectives
Nothing's
on it,
new.
but 2 of them are super close in the centre of the board, so there's going to be a big old scrap there as well. Both boards really sort of want you to get into the action and fight, which is great fun. You also notice
So
on
this
the
is a
screen as
board
well,
game.
We've got some new terrain features here.
And
as
does it
well. This is
fold?
the new
Does it
mystical
does it
terrain
fold
speed
at an
editing, which
angle
needs
down
to
the
be,
middle, like not like
set up on the board at the start of
fold
the game,
like it folds in
or
half,
maybe
like
brought
you
in
cut a
if you want
sandwich at an
twists in the
angle.
game as well. We've got the Crypt of Blood, where your fighters can take an unholy draft and try and best their foes at combat, but at what cost? And the Icon of New Lamia, which is the statue there, which you can sort of call upon the veiled promises of the icon, and maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't. Bit of a big risk there, but it's nice to see cool options in here as well as new updated battle tactics and commands and twists and everything to really make you feel like you're playing in the realm of death.
Wow,
it's a
the
very
realm of
different
death.
experience to Spearhead as it is right now.
I really feel
Very
it. I'm
fun,
feeling it.
Definitely want to get your hands on.
I'm feeling like I'm entering the
Alongside
realm
this
of
box set,
death
We've also got some
at this
new
point.
Spearheads coming as well.
Spearhead.
So the first one we're going to have a look at is the Ogre Moor Tribe Scrap Glut. Now, basically, you're going to have your hunter in the center with a bunch of Noblars around, as well as those 8 Iron Guts. Now, they pack an absolute punch, don't they?
They really do. They really do. They're terrifying. Don't
What?
get anywhere near them. But yeah, a really hitty
Iron
spearhead,
Guts,
that one
okay.
there. We've also got the Seraphon Sunblood Prowlers as well. For the Seraphon fans, who are these guys? We've got-
Indeed. So
The dinosaur
you basically have
people.
the Hunters of Wan Chi.
It's
They're
the
able to
dinosaur
forward,
people.
And then you've got that big block of Saurus warriors, all led by that Sunblood pack.
Yeah, terrifying in combat. The
Wow.
Hunters of Haranchi definitely go for nipping around and grabbing your battle tactics. But if you don't fancy being quite
Not
so
the mama.
mobile, you could instead
Not
go
the
for Sigma
mama.
Sigma Fusel Platoon and just shoot people off the table with all your guns and your crossbows.
Indeed, they're a mobile gunnery brigade, basically with 2 elements. You've got the Wilder Corps that move up the board, and then you've got those 2 units of Free Guild Fusiliers that basically form an impenetrable line of pervases.
They're even better. They get better on their saves if they remain stationary. But of course, you won't score many battle tactics by doing that. But I tell you what, if you want to go for a smaller, more elite force, take a look at the Ossiarch Bone Reapers Mortizan Elite. It's just 9 models, but what 9 models they are!
Oh yeah, when we talk about sort of the Ossiarch, we're usually thinking about rank after rank of formidable troops, but the Mortisans of the Order of Ossifactors will assemble these kind of cohorts when they want to improve their bone-shaping skills in battle. And as you said, it's a highly elite force.
Yeah, there's not a model there that hasn't got at least health 4, and most of them have a 3+ save as well. So these guys are tough. There's not many of them, so good luck trying to score your battle tactics with those guys, because you're going to have to really think about how you do it, as a tactician might have to with the Ossiarch Bone Reapers.
Yes. Now that's not all the.
Why
rest
do
of
they
the
have
Age of
2
Sigmar.
arms
We've
holding
got
the
Scourge of Gairan. Now this is an exciting new seasonal event building up to the launch of the General's Handbook in summer. Now, on the run-up to that release, there's going to be daily articles on Warhammer Community with short stories in video form, along with new rules updates. These could be Regiments of Renown, battle formations, enhancement, but every faction is getting at least 1 updated War Scroll card for an existing unit.
That's right, and they're going to be match play legal from the release of the new General's Handbook, which is going to be the climax of the Scourge of Gairan season. We see that new General's Handbook arrive. It's that time of year. Here it is, and the difference here with the General's Handbook this time round is, rather than just being a book, it's actually a complete box inside which is your 72-page book. You've got your battle plan and battle tactics cards.
Why did they get so loud there?
And War Scroll cards as well. We've got the 6 objective markers in there too. It's a complete product.
Those are all the
for
houses
every
of
Age Sigmar general
Hogwarts.
which you want to get your hands on. Tell me where we are for this season.
So this is War in the Jade Realm. Gairan is sometimes considered sort of a place of abundance, with Hammerhall Gyra being the breadbasket of Sigmar's domain. However, the realm of life is rife with disease, hellish mires, mercurial forest spirits, monstrous insects, rapidly changing seasons, Nowhere is safe.
That sounds awful.
Nowhere is safe.
Sounds like a perfect place to have your battles of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Now, in terms of how
Age
the
of Sigmar
rules are gonna
fans got
change
nothing
for the
new.
season, well, we're not going to tell you too much right now. In fact, we're going to ask you to just go back to the Warhammer Community website. In the future, there'll be some hints here and there and some build-up over the Scourge of Garin to find out what's in the General's Handbook. Keep your eyes on the Warhammer Community website and definitely sign up to that newsletter as well. With that done, it's time to take a few more questions from the chat. Ed, what are folks saying out there in the world of Chatland?
When are you going to stop
Combined a couple
making
into
Age of
one here,
Sigmar?
which is Fire and Jade still going to be supported, and will old Spearhead boxes still be allowed to play in the new Spearhead?
Did they ask about Mara Jade? Isn't that a Star Wars character?
So Fire and Jade is absolutely going to still be available.
Fara
You can download
Jade.
the rules for free on Warhammer Community already. You can get the rules in the Ultimate.
This
Starter
guy-
set
this
as
guy
well.
does
Warhammer
kinda look
Age
like
of Sigmar.
Valrak,
Will your
doesn't
old
he?
Spearhead still be usable? Yep, absolutely no problem at all. It's an expansion to the game. It's not a replacement.
This
So
guy,
you can
this
use
guy
whatever
kind of
you
looks
like
like
to in the
Valrak.
game.
I think that's why they hired
More
him.
ways to play Spearhead.
They hired him so that they could have the Valrak they control.
We've got another great question. One of our viewers has noticed that the Seraphon are led by a unit rather than a single character. How does that work?
Indeed, do you want to take this one again?
Yeah, okay, so yes, you're right. Some of the we've seen some of the spearheads being led by units. We saw it first with the Gloomspike Gitz, where being led by that Snarl boss on his Snarl Fang. We've also now got the Sunblood pack leading the Seraphon, and the Man Trappers leading the Ogres as well. Some of them work in a different way. So the Ogres sort of is a hunter with a few tokens around him, with the little models representing tokens and things to put down. Whereas the Sunblood
He's looking into the
pack series
camera. It's like
are
he's
actually
talking
three
right
different
to
models.
me.
Now, they actually only have 3 health apiece, so together they make up a 9 health unit, but they're still pretty tough. Yeah, that's how they work. It's actually really nice to see. I'm a big Warhammer Underworlds fan, and it's really nice to see some of the Warhammer Underworlds warbands being brought out and used in Warhammer Age of Sigmar in different ways as well. So it's just really positive. Cool. Okay. Anything else? Ed?
We've got a lot of 40k questions still coming through.
Oh,
which I
well,
feel
maybe
is into the next
we've got
section.
time.
Maybe we'll go on to some 4K later on. But before we do,
Maybe they can fuck
let's
off and
know
we're
what's
just gonna
coming
go
in
by
the
the
future for
script.
Warhammer Age of Sigmar. So let's take a look ahead at what's coming in the future.
So, coming now, we've got the Soulblight Gravelords, followed on by that Spearhead expansion, Sand and Bone, and then the General's Handbook.
Didn't they just
Taking a look
talk
a bit
about this?
Further forwards into the future, we have the Ideneth Deepkin and Nighthaunt are going to be up very soon, with the Blades of Khorne and the Kaldron Overlords floating our way as well.
And then looking even further into the future, ooh, I wonder what that could be.
That could be one of. I got at least
Oh,
3 things
what?
in my mind.
Somebody
but I tell
pulled
you
a
what,
fire
guys,
alarm?
if
What
you've got
the
an idea of
fuck?
what that could be, let us know in the chat, and we'll see what you think. That's a good one, actually. That could be. I've got at least 2 in my mind. It could definitely be. Right. With that done, it's time to take a move forwards into the 41st millennium. And boy, have we got a lot of things to show you for Warhammer 40,000. Let's start off then with the chapter approved deck. It's that season. We've seen the General's Handbook already. It's time for the chapter approved deck 2025 to 2026. Now, this season, we're going to see this new deck, which functionally works the same as the current chapter approved deck, but with updates to missions, objectives, and formatting. So, going to be really good for players to get hold of. Crucially, here it actually includes.
I didn't
missions
smell smoke.
specifically written for incursion
I'll go
games
down
for
with the
1,000-point
ship.
games with
I'll just
unique
burn down
deployment
with the
and
place. Fuck
updated
it.
muster rules for smaller games. For example, it's a rule of 2 for 1,000-point games with up to 4 battle lines instead. That's going to be quite fun. We can also see on the screen something called Asymmetric War as well, another new format which we've introduced for the chapter approved deck, where attacker and defender have different deployment zones and different aims within the game. So it's a much more unpredictable experience, and it's designed for 2,000 points and above. Instead of secret missions this time round, we've got challenger cards in the chapter approved deck. A challenger is a player trailing by at least 6 victory points who can choose a challenger card or draw one. And these new cards provide a stratagem and a mission. Players can choose to complete the mission or use the stratagem, but not both. So similar mechanic to Spearhead if you guys have ever played that before. So nice little way of getting that player back into the game. And crucially here, this deck is designed to have lots of different ways to play.
What's that bell, Davey? I'm glad that you pay attention when I talk.
And to make your games much more exciting and fun when you play them. So there's lots of,
Brilliant.
you don't keep having repeat missions, which is really, really cool. So there we go. That's the chapter approved deck. Coming real soon. Make sure you get your hands on one of those when it drops.
However, that's not all that's coming for
There's loads
Warhammer
coming.
40,000.
There's so much coming.
We've also got the World Eaters.
Here we go.
So they're coming with the Gorestorm Slaughterpack Battle Force, including a whole host of 8-bound jackals, as well as the Slaughterbound, that brand new hero. So this guy, where 8-bound has sort of 8 demons trapped within him, has basically taken on a bloodthirster that's given him exceptional strength. Along with them, they've got their brand new codex.
This
Within
guy
that
is taking a
obviously gonna be
bloodthirster
all
in
the
him.
rules and background for the
Is that
12th
it?
Legion, the Scalathrax, all the warbands and characters, as well as the Red Angel's Gate, where Angron first manifested on Armageddon.
You're absolutely right. We've got a Slaughterbound. This is the new hero who's going to be coming into play for the World Eaters. A monstrous hero who can lead 8-bound or exalted 8-bound into battle and is so angry, Alex, that he rages at them and returns slain models to life, which is
So
terrifying.
angry you can't die.
So absolutely right. The Codex is coming as well, of course, including 5 new detachments. You can include Cornate demons in your army, much like the Emperor's Children could include Slaneshi demons in the army. And one of the detachments is the Khorne Demonkin, where you can use an enhancement to have a Lord on a Juggernaut leading Blood Crushers and Fleshhounds as a unit, which is just great fun. And there we get, you know what? Talking of Cornate demons. Well, we've got a little something to say, and it's over to Ed in Apology Corner.
Yeah, so Karanak should be in the Codex Demons Index. He's not, and we know that everyone wants it, so have no fear. He will be back when the World Eaters Codex comes out. Be both in that and also in an updated index at the same time.
There we go. Good news for all you Khorne Demon fans. Our apologies, guys. We're going to fix that mistake when that book drops. So thanks for that patience on that one. But right, keeping on the Chaos theme, what else is coming?
Indeed. We're going to see...
Did you
the
say
Death
we're going to
Guard.
make that mistake when the book
Death Guard,
drops?
likewise, have the Pox-wrought Vector Battle Force with a Fetid Blight Drone, Lord of Poxes, Plague Burst Crawler, Blight Lord Terminators, Plague Marines, a whole host of disease-ridden bodies, along with the Lord of Poxes. So these are the masters of airborne contagion, constantly pumping out a foul, fetid smog with that miasmic turbine on his back, and it acts to both screen their advance and
Chaos.
as a weapon.
Yeah, it's horrible, that thing on his back as well. He basically
Right, I
like,
said
doesn't let anyone
chaos.
too far away from him to see him at all. That gigantic sword on his back is a great plague blade. And let me tell you, when I tell you it's one of the most powerful combat weapons in 40k, it's great. Again, the Codex includes lots of detachments. We can have Nurgle demons in the book. 6 detachments in there, including one that's very demons heavy, and one that lets you have an unending horde of Poxwalkers, just as you'd hope to see, which is cool. And you know what? Let's round off the unholy triumvirate of chaos. We've got the Thousand Suns.
Yes. So they've also got the Warp Flame Thrallband Battle Force with a bunch of sorcerers, Scarab Occult Terminators, Rubric Marines.
Oh, look at that.
And you can see
Davey
there at
was
the
right
front,
with Rubric
those
Marines.
Sector robots. So
And
these
they've
are
got
mechanical
Egyptian
constructs
robots.
with features of ancient prospering spirits or tutelary demonic servants, and they're saturated in sorcerous power with runes of misdirection and illusion. One of their key features are their psychically controlled bodyguards. They're threaded through with spells of prophecy, so they can essentially foresee attacks on their master, able to jump in the way of bullets or move them out of the way.
They're actually also able to foresee where the enemy's going to be as well, which allows this unit to use the Overwatch stratagem for free, which is terrifying, especially when they can be armed with heavy warp flamers, as well as missile racks.
They kind of look like those Mechanicus robots, but with like
they actually count as vehicles.
the
as
cowl
well, which is
from
cool, because one of
the aliens
detachments
from
in the Thousand
Stargate.
Sun book lets you take loads of vehicles, so you can have a robot heavy force if you want to. Great fun. Of course, Zinch demons are in the Codex as well, as you'd expect from these books at this point. And in the Crusade section, you can plot and scheme with the great cult in Crusade.
Yeah, they look kind of weird.
And you know, talking of the Codexes, we've seen already the Emperor's Children having that absolutely beautiful limited edition Codex. And you know what? We're doing the same with the 3 others we're releasing as well. Of course, on the screen you can see the world.
Who's going to get Thousand
Suns
Suns?
coming too. These books, Alex, are absolutely incredible, aren't they?
Oh yes, these are absolutely chocked full of cool little bits of memorabilia, that limited edition codex. However, they look cool on screen.
They really do.
But
Was literally
in
just
person,
thinking
physically, they're much
Stargate,
better.
yeah.
Right.
And Ed,
They look
you
like
managed to get your
the
hands on them, haven't
from
you?
the Kurt Russell
Well,
movie.
yeah, I'm gone to
Hey, Dark Tech.
studio was not occupied, so I went in. I thought I'd nick them. So we've got this beautiful slipcase that comes apart, a nice, almost torn cover. We've got 3 parts to each book. We've got the codex itself with gilt-edged gold pages, some really nice artwork in each piece as well. So every
What the
book's gonna
fuck?
come with 5 pieces of relevant.
What is this, a
themed
fucking
artwork
puzzle?
for your god. Those are gorgeous. I've had a cheeky look at them myself. And then we obviously have a large slipcase with gilt-edged data cards, stratagems. We've got our metal tokens for objective markers. And finally, we have this really nice solid metal medallion that we can make. And they all magnetize together. for more large metal medallion. That is so weighty in hand.
In a way.
I feel like I want to use this as the
Classic
objective
fresh
marker
start
instead of the
happening.
smaller one somehow.
Can't help feeling that completing the quadrant
What?
of the medallions live here in the studio is going to summon some sort
I
of
do
bloodthirster.
feel like I've got power coursing through me somehow. Maybe it's the adrenaline.
No Iron
that
Warriors
gets my
yet.
hands
No,
on board.
none of those.
Those
shows.
are absolutely stunning. There's going to be a very limited edition. There are going to be only 1,600 copies of each available when they go on release. So if you want one of those, or even all 4 of those, make sure you get one as soon as you possibly can, because I reckon they'll be hot. They'll be selling like hotcakes. So there we go. That's the limited edition Chaos Codex is coming very soon. But I've had enough of talking about Chaos Filth. We've got some other cool stuff coming. It's time to go a little bit Imperium, as the Grey Knights are seeing their update here too. Alex, what have we got here?
Indeed, so this is the
Wait, what?
Sanctic Conclave Battle Force with the Grandmaster and Nemesis Dread Knight,
The what?
the units of Brotherhood Terminators and Strike Squads. So they're also getting their new codex, chocked full of all the background. The Grey Knights are basically super anti-demonic forces with their armor threaded through with psychoactive circuitry.
None of these
and
look
the
like
Dread
new
Knights in
models,
particular
though.
were made to combat
Are
the
these aren't new models, though, are they?
Greater demons. Now this is an update to that Dread Knight kit.
It is indeed.
It's an update to
We've
the
had
Dread
rules
Knight.
for a Grandmaster in a Dread Knight for a little while, but
I kinda
now
wanna
we've
get a
actually
Dread
got
Knight
full
for my
kit to represent
Bloodhounds.
The most heroic heroes of the Grey Knights in a Dread Knight, ready to fight those great.
I kind of think having a
With
Dread
weapon
Knight for
upgrades,
my chapter
including
would be
the
really cool.
Subliminator, the huge psychic melter.
Let me
and
know what the
a
chat
Nemesis
thinks.
Mace,
Bloodhounds,
has
Dread
common
Knight.
Massive psychic blunt force trauma.
We just,
which
like,
can
change
destroy
his
enemies.
shoulder pads
There's
so they're
also
not
a
Grey Knight
Nemesis
sort of
flail,
thing.
which is sort of like a
Make him
Morning
look like a
Star
regular
version as well,
Marine.
which is coming here as well.
And then just like
So we've got new
spruce,
weapons,
you know,
for that guy, and a great
fix
new
it up so
acquisition
it's
kit.
like Space
basically like
Marine.
the Nemesis Dread Knight kit with an
And then
upgrade sprue in
it's
there as well to
the
make it into a Grey Knight,
Bloodhounds
Grandmaster,
Dread Knight.
which is just cool. In terms of the codex, Grey
Could
Knight
bash the
version,
front. No,
expect
I'd
to
keep it
see,
exactly
rules
like
Gates of
this.
Infinity still there,
But I'd get rid of all the
slightly
Grey
tweaked.
Knight stuff.
We've got 5 detachments in there covering lots of different army styles.
I wouldn't
including the
change a
Sanctic
thing.
Spearhead, which covers vehicles and walkers, so you can have an army with
Just
Dread
put
Knights and
long
Dreadnoughts if you
legs
want to, which is
on-
great.
on an
And
Invictor
in
warsuit.
Crusade, you can stave off chaos incursions with the aid of vision sent to you by the prognosticars, which is cool. I like the sound of that.
Now, speaking of
The
prognostics,
stumpy legs are silly.
the Grey Knights are
Oh, they're
forcing
kinda
an
stumpy.
invasion of a world.
I don't know, it reminds me of that thing
They
from the
were
Matrix.
releases.
You know, in like
Of
the
course,
Matrix
this is
3,
the new
when they're
Crusade
fighting
book,
off the machines,
Armageddon.
and they got these
Armageddon
robot suits
is
with like
a
these
war
like
zone that will
machine
be
guns.
familiar to many veteran Warhammer players. Alex,
Yeah, they
why
got
is
these
Armageddon
robot
such
suits
a
with
big
machine
deal?
guns.
Well, it's been the site
When
of
they're fighting
many
off all the
conflicting
robots.
invasions. Now, the world stands directly in the path of one of the Blood Crusades. It's splintered on all killed territories.
Armageddon.
in Golgotha. However, they've descended to plague the whole sector. Now, the amount of
It's
blood
cool
that
except
has
for the
been
legs.
spilled
Whatever.
has basically fed the Red Angels.
40K.
base,
It's
anger,
clunky.
has emerged
I'm
into
just-
Armageddon, and as such, the Conqueror
It's not the
has heeded
Centurion.
call and arrived.
It's not the Centurion
World
chase.
Eaters have descended to Armageddon itself, but they're faced with regiments of the Death Corps, Logan Grimness Space Wolves, High Marshal Helbrecht's Black Templars, and the Grey Knights who have foreseen this invasion.
This is so cool.
I like how the
What a great way to
Centurion
kick
is
off
like
a
the
war
power
zone. And this
armor
actual book itself
from
is a Crusade
like
book. If you've
Fallout
never played
4,
Crusade before,
where
it's
if you
one
could
of
be
the
like a
most
Space
games
Marine
together
and then like the
narrative
power
stuff.
armor opens up and then it
Your
envelops you, so you're like a
enhancements,
Space
your
Marine
units get upgraded
in
as you
power
go
armor,
along.
in
And
power
it's a really
armor,
cool way of playing
and that's the
it. If you've never
Centurion.
played, I seriously recommend. We're playing at the moment,
Oh, yes.
and it's great fun. You can either choose to defend Armageddon, to attack Armageddon, or perhaps be one of the third party there of just not quite sure which side you're going to represent.
I think it's
Maybe you'll
dumb.
decide later on.
So no one
and there's a
supports the
free campaign inside
Bloodhounds,
book for all those three
the
factions
Bloodhounds,
as they
Dread
sort of,
Knight.
take the battle to the enemy over the course of
All right.
it's
Nobody
great.
supported
Got
the
Crusade,
Corvus
badges
Black
in there.
Stars
There's a
either.
focus on epic heroes, mighty deeds, fighting hellscapes as the barriers
The
between
Space
war and
Marine
reality
McDouble?
just merge. And what's really cool as well is there's rules for unbound demons flocking to your game as sort of non-player characters sort of running in and just taking both sides and just causing complete havoc as there's a demonic concursion on Armageddon.
If you add a
which is just
front
great.
plate,
so yeah, seriously,
look
Armageddon
cool and be
Crusade
unique.
coming very soon. Hey, do you know what?
Not
Armageddon
4
does
of
sound
them.
pretty cool.
Why wouldn't I want 4 of
sounds
them?
pretty cool.
Yeah, I would, because then it would be like Starship Troopers 3.
Armageddon,
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
an imperial linchpin plagued by invasion and constant bloody.
Armageddon, so we're gonna get orcs. Here we go. 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 Grey Knights and Chaos. Wait, what?
On the brink of annihilation,
world's defenders issue a desperate plea for aid. Will anyone answer their call?
Where the fuck did these guys come from? Was that a new Lucas the Trickster model? That looked like a new Lucas the Trickster, right? With his plasma pistol and his claw and his like shit-eating grin. Armageddon is on the brink.
That was incredible, and
So much
everybody
for
there
new
will have
Space
noticed
Marines.
a
Nice.
whole new raft of Space Wolves.
Oh, they're here. The Space Wolves are here. We've been waiting for them for a long
yes.
time. And it's great to see a fantastic new range of
This guy
miniatures
just
coming your
howl?
way for the Space Wolves. Let's take a look because, I mean, look at these.
Stunning.
It's just we've waited and waited, and here they are. This, in particular, what we're seeing right now,
Are those the
is
new wolves?
Space Wolves Army launch set coming to you soon. Included in there is the new Wolf Priest, the new Battle Leader, the new Head Takers, the Blood Claws, and the Grey Hunters. We're all getting new miniatures there. We'll talk about all of these.
The
We've got new
Fenrisian
codex in
wolves
there as
look
well.
like they're new.
Oh wow! What
Like,
a
I don't remember
course.
Fenrisian
Let's
wolves
have a
being
look at some
on-
models, a bit
on
closer,
big
shall we?
bases like
Starting
that.
off
Those
with
look
the
new.
Wolf Priest.
The
Now,
wolves themselves
my compatriot
look
Simon
new.
here tells me that aside from a random Games Day miniature some 20 years ago, this is the first time Games Workshop has done a Wolf Priest miniature. So it's great to see. And I'm
No
right in
wolves
thinking
on
this is a kind
Fenris.
of mix between an apothecary and a chaplain.
Indeed, their duties are to observe the warring tribes of Fenris and to sort of
I do
select
kinda like that guy. I
raspberries,
don't like the
harvest
helmet.
gene seed, they
I'd
take
swap
food,
out the
but also
helmet, but I kinda
spiritual
like the rest
advice
of it.
Preparing their brothers for mental and spiritual trials.
It's really nice. This model's actually got quite a few options here as well. You've got head options, helmeted, bear heads as well. In game, you can
Shouldn't they be
restore
wolf
wounds
heads,
to
not
units
bear
that you've
heads?
joined, and also add one to melee wound rolls, the Litany of Hates. It's got rules from both the Apothecarium and the Chaplaincy as well, which is just cool. Also in the box set, we've got another leader, the Wolfguard
Lands of the
Battle
Night
Leader.
Lords.
Might be my favourite model of the box, this one.
Very cool.
It's so cool. Again, lots of options here. Helmeted, bear heads, different weapon options as well. Who are the Wolfguard Battle Leaders?
So these
Hey, look
are
at this
the members of
Lucas the
Wolfguard, and they're
Trickster looking
taken to
motherfucker right there in the
warriors on
center.
battlefield. They're essentially the equivalent of a Space Marine lieutenant. They're typically temporary positions, but you know, a war can
Like
last
the round
years,
shields.
decades. So temporary is an odd term to use. They've got access to ancient and powerful relics from the Great Company's armory, and when the Wolf Lord falls,
Oh, they've got
for a month,
Primaris,
these Wolfguards
like,
are
Mark
replacement
6
defense, so
legs,
giving them experience
where
in
they
leadership
doesn't have the
roles.
doesn't have the knee
Your Wolfguards
pad.
leading your units into
So they're
combat,
they're
specifically
they're
your
really
Wolfguard
getting
Head
into
Takers,
that.
your Grey
The
Hunters,
the Mark
your
6
Blood
style
Claws, which is
legs
the next unit we're gonna have a look
are
at here.
becoming
Look at
Primaris.
these,
Like
what
right
a
there,
great
right
update
there.
and an iconic
That guy on the
Space
right.
Wolf
That guy on the
unit.
right. He's
These
got
guys
them.
are
He's
the
got
sort of
them.
Newer Space Wolves, loads of options all over the kit, including different heads and things as well. They're wearing slightly lighter armor than other Marines as well, so they look like they're a bit newer. That suits their background, right?
Yeah, they're young and impetuous, and they need to prove themselves, temper themselves in battle. Like all chapters, training is harsh and extensive, but battlefield.
I do like
experience
these
is the
guys.
most valuable.
But look, that's
The
Lucas the
Blood Claws are
Trickster.
not discouraged from
That's like a
because of the vanguard.
Lucas the
That's pretty
Trickster
cool.
like
Now,
doppelganger.
As Blood Claws have been in the past, these guys are combat centric, carrying their Astartes chainsword and their bolt pistol. But the big news here is, like all Space Wolves infantry in Tacticus armor,
All you
they are
is
movement
cut off the
7.
top knee fin.
They're far
No,
smaller
but they
Space
even
Wolves
have the
desperate to get
fin.
into combat.
They have the
They're
fin.
cunning
It's
hunters
that.
as well, allowing them to
It's
reroll
well,
ones
some
to
of them
wound.
don't.
And if
But
the target is in range and objective, they can reroll
it's
all wounds.
that they don't have the
which is
knee
pretty cool.
pad.
Just
They
like
don't
the
have
Grey
the
Hunters, who are the other
oval-shaped
iconic Space
knee
Wolf
pad
unit, which we are seeing
that is
new
not
models for here as
segmented
well.
there.
Again, all
On some
plastic,
of them,
loads of options
it's
for the
completely
pack leader,
flat,
lots of options
which
all over the
that
kit
would
to really
require you
personalise your
sanding
wounds,
down the
which is
knee
perfect for Grey
section
Hunters,
to get
because
rid
they're
of
sort
the
they're all veteran
recess.
Marines, aren't they?
Yeah, so they've
And then
survived
cleaning it
long
up with
enough Blood
putty.
Claws to become great hunters, and this is when the Canis Helix.
Yeah,
is
I'm
represented
saying
as more
now
powerful.
they're
Got grey
they're
hairs,
they're
fangs,
rolling them out.
skin, all of
Is
those
what I'm
like
saying. I'm not
inner
talking about
developments that we love
you
with
could have
Space
done it
Wolves.
yourself all the
Some of
time.
bonded units
I'm saying
that
now
work
they're
in
finally
every
getting
way.
rolled out and are
They're
becoming part of the
stalwart
line.
and reliable and hold that sort of
And they seem to
fire
be
against the blood
they
Claws
seem to be
Marines.
the odd one out.
part of
You
your
get
safe
2 of them in a box.
Absolutely
That's
cool.
like your
These guys
beaky.
are great at everything. They have Astartes chainsaw.
The beaky of the Primaris is having those legs.
Carbine, allowing to fire up to 3 shots apiece. The pack leader can have a power fist or a power weapon. But the big news here, as well as the fact that they can move 7 inches like the Bloodcores, is that this unit are OC3 apiece, which makes them absolutely perfect for holding and capturing objectives from the enemy. They are absolutely core, and I hate to admit it, but they might be one of the best core battle line units in the Imperial
I do
forces.
like this. I do like these. I might, if I were to get something, I might get these for the Bloodhounds.
Up next, we've got the elites of the Force, the Head Takers, and their hunting wolves.
These this might be a good update to the chapter.
Recklessness, and they specialize in hunting down enemy champions, beasts, warlords. Those Fenrisian wolves with them are closely bonded to them, and it's so strong that it's almost.
I'll have to put up some type of challenge.
Like an instinctive
challenge,
These are
meaning
elite infantry, similar to
clearly
Guard veterans you might recognise from the Space Marines. They have loads of options. There's 9 interchangeable head options in the kit for your bear helmet.
the challenge is that all of you need to get me to get this stuff. That's the challenge.
That really suits them. You can give these guys different weapon options. They can come with a mastercrafted power weapon and shield, or a pair of mastercrafted power weapons for 6 attacks apiece. The head takers and hunting wolves fight as separate units on the battlefield, which is quite interesting. So you can run them around separately. And you were talking about the sort of going for the big monsters and the champions there. Before the game, you select one enemy unit to be your quarry, and they get devastating wounds and precision when targeting that quarry. And when they've killed it, they just select a new unit and a new quarry.
Yeah, I think these guys would be great.
Of course, inside this box, we're also seeing the Space Wolves Codex supplement as well. Like I said, this is in conjunction with the Space Marines Codex.
Was that a Mark V? Oh, I missed it. I didn't see it.
Background on Space Wolves faction, the color section with loads of cool shots of the miniatures, army rules, everything you expect from a Codex, of course. There are 3 detachments inside, each with their own theme and their own saga.
If they lost the plot before, they lost the plot that they lost, or the new plot that they wrote.
In Crusade,
because of the Primaris Marines with their armor being like
Space Marines Codex.
The new shit that's mass manufactured, and now suddenly there's these little variations
scars, agendas, everything else you expect.
that, of course, are just in line with the old stuff, and it's like
often of these codexes is the little asides, the little addendums that are added to it. And there's a quote from an Inquisitor here that I think really sums them up. They are deviants all, these Space Wolves, uncouth and lacking in honour, informal and without discipline. They respond with contempt to direct orders, scoff at Lord Guilliman's Codex Astartes, and treat the orders of Imperial commanders with contempt. And I think that sums them up perfectly.
Yeah, and an awful lot of Space Wolf players.
You kind of lost me in that.
You know who you guys are. Well, that's an incredible range of miniatures coming from
Primaris was like 200 years ago now. It's right.
That's not all. There's going to be more coming.
It's like
as
10
well.
years ago,
I
wasn't
haven't
it?
shown you everything yet. Expect some more characters, some more elite units coming too. But keep your acute senses fixed on Warhammer Community website, where you can get to see more of those in the very near future. So that's great news for Space War players.
It's like the
That range
43rd
refresh
millennium
we've been
now.
looking for, and it's here. Congratulations, guys. But let's have a look now over to Question Corner. Ed, folks have got to be happy about the Space Wars, right? Surely.
They are indeed. There's lots of love for Space
Why does that
Wars.
guy look like Sargon?
Related question though is, do we know if
Is
the
that
Kingdom
Games
of
Workshop's
Heroes
like
are going to be
their Sargon
So
clone?
we're not going to answer any questions about that right now because the Warhammer Community website is going to give you more details about what's going to be included in the Codex coming forward. There's loads of articles coming about that. So just keep your eyes on Warhammer Community for now.
They got
and
Valrak.
All your questions.
They
will be
got
answered on the
Sargon.
website. And sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, for definite.
Looks like
A
Relic.
couple of questions that have been asked since actually before the stream started, and they've
Okay.
been asked through.
No, this guy looks like Sargon.
Obviously, on the last roadmap, they appeared as one of the next codexes. Now, obviously, we've got Chaos sort of coming at a similar time. When can we see Imperial Knights? Do we think?
We will answer that momentarily.
Ooh,
Okay.
Still to come. Essentially.
Why does that guy look like he has a gun pointed at him off
Again, the main
screen?
character. That's the-
He looks
another
really
question
nervous.
that's been asked since the beginning.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be real pedantic here, but in White Dwarf 509, they got 2 named characters in the combat patrol. So there we go. That they already exist. As for other named characters in the future, I don't know, to be honest with you. Again, keep your eyes on Warcom. If we haven't talked about it here...
On
we can't mention it
Warcom?
yet. Warhammer Community's got all the information you need, guys.
Yeah, so tied into that, again, we've had questions about the release dates.
It's so essential. You need to shorten it to Warcom.
Been announced on Warcom. Another question about them, though, is are they all releasing at the same time or are they staggered?
Ooh, that's a good question. We know the Army launch set's going to be released as itself, but then we'll see other stuff coming out later on as well. Release dates and everything completely up to other people other than us. Again, Warhammer community and the social media channels are the place to look for that.
All right.
And I know we've got burning questions we want to answer, guys. We can't say everything quite yet, but keep your eyes on Warhammer community. That's the place to look.
Is that
We
it?
have a potential lore-based question. Obviously, we're coming back to Armageddon. Wouldn't be Armageddon without Old Man Yarrick. Now, is he still around in the lore?
What about the orcs?
As we saw from the Astra Militarum Codex a while back, Yarrick is, as far as the Imperium is concerned, deceased. There was a great memorial for him. So unfortunately, no.
That's a very diplomatic answer, where he never actually said he's dead or he's still out there.
There was a body.
Sorry, guys. He's an old man no longer.
This guy straight up was like, "Nah, he's fucking dead, mate."
I guess. Anything else, Ed?
Yeah, again, there's just lots of questions about, new minis, what might be coming next. So again, all those will just still be.
Do you know what?
Check out Warcom.
We would love to answer all those questions, guys.
Yes.
And as hobbyists ourselves, we totally understand, but we can't say everything right now. Just keep your eyes on the Warhammer website, and you'll see all that. In fact, should we take a look right now, a little look further ahead at what might be coming next for Warhammer 40,000?
So, coming up first, we've got the Thousand Suns. They're going to be marching in with those new Sector robots. Then we've got the Space Wolves howling in, the World Eaters, finally, the Death Guard.
Space Marines, all Space Marines.
They're coming quite soon as well. It's saying right now on the screen, so they're coming real soon, which is good news for all you Chaos fans and Space Wolf fans.
Chaos
Now,
and Space Wolf.
Next, we've got the Black Templars, we've got the Grey Knights, the Chaos Knights, and Imperial Knights.
Grey Knights need an
stomping
update, like a
over the
major
horizon
overhaul.
as we speak.
And then a little bit further on, these are 3 more factions coming. Now, I'm pretty sure I can guess at least 2 of these.
Yeah, me too.
Salamanders,
They are
Crimson
definitely
Fists,
interesting. And in the far future, something's coming.
Or
It's a
Imperial
shadowy shape.
Fists.
What could it be? Let us know in the chat what
Space
you think
Marine?
that could be, because I've got a couple of theories, certainly.
A Reaver?
reckon? I reckon
A type
there's a
of
few theories.
I've got an idea.
Yeah, me too.
type of Reaver?
So there we go. That's what's coming for the future for Warhammer 40,000. We've got just enough time for a couple more questions. Ed, is there anything else that's burning people want to know?
There's a lot of questions about Warcry, where we're at with the current edition. Obviously, we've still got a lot of Warcry miniatures out at the moment. Have we got any updates on Warcry?
Nothing to report at the moment. Again, keep your eyes on one. It's going to be the same answer pretty much. Just keep your eyes on one community for all updates as that sort of thing. Anything else, Ed, at all? Maybe?
Yeah, are these Thousand Suns automatons related to Vashtor in any way?
That's a good
They've got the
question.
dog.
Vashtor.
Ooh, time will tell.
Time will tell. Vashtor, of course, is the sort of the dark mechanic of the Chaos Forces, right?
Yes.
Has he perhaps built them, maybe?
Oh,
I don't know.
These are ancient robots.
Oh,
so
okay.
these have been around for a very
Ancient,
long time.
they're ancient
So that's not
robots.
to say that Vashtor isn't going to have some sort of hand in anything technological. He's happily shown up at the Pariah Nexus. Obviously, he's got Wormwood. It wouldn't surprise me if his claws got all over the place.
There we go.
This guy's good at
do you know
making up
what?
bullshit.
That's been an absolutely brilliant show. We've seen some fantastic.
Vashtor
releases,
is an Iron
some
Warrior
fantastic releases coming
adjacent.
up. What we saw the
Okay.
Old World. We saw Kill Team.
Oh, yes. Space Wolves.
Space
All
Wolves.
those 40k releases. All the
those-
Chaos factions.
Yeah, the new Spearheads coming for Warhammer
Yep.
Sigmar as well. What's been your favourite of the show so far?
Ooh, I'm awfully tempted.
This
by the
seems like
Ravens
it's
and that
like
Kill
it's
Team
the
box,
end.
But I think
So what's everybody happy that they came out with?
Dragon,
Yeah,
I like the
beautiful
Space
model. And me, I think I'm a
Wolves,
Spearhead fan, so
and I
I'm
like
looking forward
the
to seeing
Mechanicus
Sam
Kill
and Bo.
Team.
And I can't wait to see Simon.
I could see myself getting
It's
both of those,
gonna be good.
and those would be a
It's been
nice
an
addition
absolute
to my
blast.
Space
Thank you
Marines.
so much, guys, for
So
joining
what
us
is what is
for
it? What's
our
everyone
preview
here
show.
happy that
Just a
they're
quick one, if you
releasing?
want to see any more pictures and information about what we've shown here today, make sure you're going over to the Warhammer Community website where you can have a look at some more pictures and check out more information. And also sign up to the newsletter there as well, which is where you'll get all the first information.
The Kill Team was
You can
good.
sign up
I
to
like
our
the
social
World
media,
Eaters.
which is again where you'll see loads of pictures. You can
They're a little
see
bit over the
Facebook,
top for
YouTube,
me to use
Instagram,
them.
and X. Sign up there and get all the information straight to you. And also this weekend at AdeptiCon, we have other streams coming right here on Twitch as well. So if you want to see the Warhammer 40,000
So I'm guessing this is
Championship
it?
or
They're
the
over?
Warhammer 40,000 team tournaments,
They're
all
done?
being streamed.
Do we
over the
still
next
need to
4
listen to these
days up
guys?
until Sunday. So do check them out right here on Twitch. Thank you to everyone involved behind the scenes.
Thank you
behind
to
the
everyone
camera.
involved.
Those of you in the chat, Notley, you absolute legend. Thank you so much indeed. Alex, Ed, it's been a real pleasure. I think that's it, guys. I think we're signing out.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. And we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
All right, that was it. That was Adepticon. That was it. What an adventure. And it lasted just over an hour. Curry was right. Curry was right. It lasted an hour. I feel like everybody was right about their predictions, except for Davies saying that there was going to be Thunder Warriors. I think we lost a lot there with Davey and his false prediction of that, you know. So let's see. Who are we? You know what? We're going to raid somebody. All right, everybody, we're going to go raid the really cool guy. We're going to go raid. So everybody just stick around for a second. We're going to go raid Wookie Fragger. He's playing Wolfenstein on the PlayStation. We're going to go and raid Wookie, okay? So everyone go, I want everyone to write, like, the Space Marines have arrived or something when we get there, okay? So we're redirecting over here to Wookie Fragger. Wait, where is he? Oh, there's Valrak. We could raid Valrak. Should we raid Wookie Fragger or should we raid Valrak? Who are we raiding? I think we're raiding Wookie. We could raid Valrak, but do we want to? Wookie. Yeah, we're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid Wookie Fragger. So everyone say, everyone when we get there, the Space Marines have arrived. Okay, so we're gonna redirect this over to Wookie Fragger. How come I can't see him in here? All right, I found him. All right. Oh, redirect privileges needed? Oh, okay. He doesn't allow them. Okay. That changes things. I didn't know that he had it set so you couldn't do it. I didn't know that he had it set so you couldn't do it. We can't do it to Wookie. I thought we could. I have to ask him for permission. All right. We're raiding Val. The Bloodhounds have arrived. The Bloodhounds have arrived. Okay, we're raiding Val. All right. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to all the channel members. We got to give a shout out to all of them. Got to give a shout out to Curry. We got a shout out to AR. We have a shout out to Chase the Security Guy, to Dark Tech, to Nitro 192. Thank you to everybody. We're out of here.